My name is Cesar. I'm an artist, an arts organizer in Kansas City. More specifically about me and the work is I'm an immigrant and I moved to America at a really young age. I was about 8. And in my transition here, in my time spent here, really early on, there was a larger conversation about where I'm from, what symbols I use to describe where I'm from, and how I'm transitioning into this new space. The paintings work like shields that carry a lot of meaning in them. Before I moved to America in Guatemala, my job was to be the caretaker for the flag. I had the great privilege of being able to care for the flag, carry the flag, put it away, and be the person that also showed the next person how to take care of it. And so this idea of lineage is really important as this thing that we communicate through. So in the works, I've designed flags and also designed shields as a placeholder for heraldry, which is a visual means of tracing your lineage. As an immigrant, I don't have a lineage per se, so I'm designing one so that I can talk about that. A flag is placed behind a shield, which would have been a very common format for someone to display their long history and their long lineage that they've had, that they still carry with them. So the works in the show are made of printed flags and shaped paintings. The paintings are made on aluminum, and the aluminum lets me have a really nice, sleek surface. It's a really smooth material, and so the acrylic paint shows really well, and it shows a lot of its history and a lot of its mark, and I think that to be really important as a great contrast to how crisp and how design heavy the flags are, because the flags are printed by digital means. They needed to go through a very different process, although originally they're sourced from paper collages about this big. I made a large library of them that I revisit constantly. So what I did was design a few different options. I would combine and collage some of the original flags, the paperworks, digitally, and they let me create new iterations of those works. So because of how these works are printed, they do retain a lot of that crispness. So I sought to balance some of that with some of the paintings by having a lot of texture, showing a lot of the hand, and I figured that they would be a really great pairing for each other. The other thing that you'll see in the works in the show are, there's an eagle at the end, at the top of the flag, which is a very clear reference to an American flag. So the works in this exhibition are a long series of investigations into the flags. I've recently added the shield element in combination with the flag. They're also overlapping with my aspects of my personal life as an immigrant and as someone who's trying to live in America. How can I talk about the red, white, and blue in a way which is specific to me? What allows me to get specific here is a really interesting part of American history. The changes in the American flag. So in its 200 years that it's lived, the flag has had about 30 some changes. Now those changes have allowed for additional states, even a rearrangement of the same number of stars onto a different format. And I decided that part of history was a really potent moment in history that I could utilize to talk about my transition to America and how I can begin to get more specific about my experience. So that's why you'll see a lot of the red, white, and blue in all of the pieces here. This piece here is what is called a panoply. It just means a full set of display, which includes flags that are raised and flags that are here in the back. Of course, they would traditionally be found behind a shield, and the shield that carries a particular meaning, whether you're from a particular place or a shield of the group of people that you represent. You can catch the second half of this show on Friday, May 6th, here at Beggar's Table. And the following, you can also see some of my work at the Charlottesville billboard, and it'll be up for 3 months. It's currently up. You can also find some more work later in the year at 4 Chapter Gallery on the first Friday in August, and it'll be up for 2 months. Follow the rest of the work on social media. You can check it out. Check out the Instagram. It's going to be at Young Bauhaus, which is very dear to me. And you can also check out the website, lopezcesar.com. And you can also check out the other projects that we're involved in, which include Curacer and Curacer and Plug Gallery as well. Not only for my work, but a lot of the artists that we're supporting in this community in Kansas City.